right. I'm here for the comment show. Give you guys a few minutes. I'm gonna play a quick intro. What do I want to listen to today? I don't even know. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe not that one. Yeah, maybe that one. I'll do this one. All right. What's up, Paige? Poor Paige. I gave you my cold, didn't I? Don't blame your kids. You can blame me. You only got about a week of misery, Paige. That's it. Just a week. What's up, Fuzzy? What's up, everybody? It's the comment show. I don't have a lot of comments to go over today. I might be having a special guest here soon, though. Uh, so that should be fun. So why don't we just go ahead and take care of all the comments? What's up, hot mess Summer? The lovely Summer. What's up, Summer? Nice to have you here. Marth Marang, lovely Marth Marang. Nanya, what's up? Nice to have you here. Janet, nice to have you here as well. Um, let's go ahead and share. We'll go ahead and do all the comments, which is not many this week. On my way to go stream a protest. Hope you're having a good day. Not too bad, Summer. Be safe out there, Summer. Make sure you document everything. Are you there as a protester or as a reporter? I would recommend going as a reporter, hot mess. Uh, you know. But you know. All right, let's just go through these comments really quick and easy. Keeper, damn, I miss Bernie. Well, you miss a lot, Keeper. Al SoCal on my candlelight vigil video with the praying hands emoji. Thank you very much, Al. Lottie said she loved Nomfix Cankle Monitor song. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for that, Lottie. Really appreciate that. Buttercup, replay crew, don't forget to hit that like button for sure. And then Fuzzy responds, what have you gotten yourself into? I know. What have you gotten yourself into, Buttercup? Denise with the final comment, watching on the replay. Have a good weekend. You too, Denise. I really appreciate you and everybody out there on the Monster Squad. Let's go see if we got any held comments. I doubt it. Oh, we got one. Why did you simp for Anthony D'Amato? I don't even know who that is. Why do you continue to defend him? And why would you go on my channel to ask that? Why don't you ask her on her channel? I don't even know who that is. So, it is what it is. Let's see any hidden comments here. Let's show the naughty word ones. Brandon, replay crew, is on it. I'm going to show them my man boobies. And no, Fuzzy does not control me, but Ellie does. Well, Brandon, I have news for you. Fuzzy has a lot of power. All right, let's go back to the published, clear that out. See if there's anything in there. Nothing there. And let's see if we got any mentions. Good Juju Travels tagged me on a video 3 days ago. I've seen that video from SBTV. It is definitely not protesting. And then PETA, KT PETA mentioned me. Thank you very much. And then, of course, Blank Page 3 weeks ago. But love it. Thank you, guys. I need more comments, y'all. This was a weak showing on the comments this week. I don't know what's going on. I think the YouTube algorithm is not liking me right now. So, it is what it is. But let's get rid of the this. Let's stop this. Oh shit. I guess I got to give Dougie the you know, the link for him to come up. That's the special guest is Dougie, but hold on. Let me give Doug the old link here. He's probably waiting like what the fuck? What's going on? All right, I sent it to him. Let's see. I think I fixed that. I got demonetized on the last video because I used that Napoleon dynamite clip, and you are special, Dougie, special K. Let me say hi to everybody else who came on in. Janet from another planet, still Sassy's in there. Scooter, what is up? Nice to have you in here. I sent you the link now, Dougie. Sorry, I have 50 million things going on. There's there's Brain Man once he gets his shit connected. I can't add you, Dougie. Tell you do things right, sir. Yeah, go back out and then go back in. Still Sassy's in the house. What's up, Sassy? Phoenix Book Girl. How we doing? I'm doing slightly better today, y'all. Slightly better. My voice is still, messed up. What's up, Dougie? What's up, Brain Man?
Hey,
What's up, NJS? Where's Beats is in the house? Write comments on that. Yes, please. Write
so
comments on
so
the videos. What's
so
up?
your video Friday got demonetized,
Yeah, because I remember that Napoleon Dynamite.
so it wasn't for anything I did.
No,
Okay,
it's usually shit that you do.
I know it is.
No, but I fixed it, and
Yeah.
have you been drinking your tea with lemon and honey, Scooter? I don't have any tea. Dougie suggested the same thing, and when I was talking to him, I was like, "Well, I do." I lied. I do have tea, but it's like the detox tea where you drink it. It's like a laxative.
Yeah, we don't
Cinderella's
want
in the
that.
house. What's up? Yeah, I don't want to take that at all.
Scooter Mom, what I gather, MLH is one of those kind of people that don't like to take medication or anything. He just wants to suffer through it.
It's kind of true, Dougie.
I
I don't.
know it's true.
I don't. I did take like Dayquil, to get me kind of through some of the hard times. Sin is in the house. What's up? Nice to have you here. Thank you
Yeah,
for being a Monster Squad
my
membership.
my son's the same way.
Yeah, I really don't. I'll try to power through until I can't.
Not me. Give me the pills.
That's because you're a wuss.
Well, when it comes to being sick, I am.
Yeah. Well, I'm a wuss too, but damn, man. Um, what are some of your home remedies other than tea, Dougie? For
Me?
yeah, for colds, man. Because there's no cure for a cold. You just
Well, I
have
like that Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus stuff.
yeah, Alka-Seltzer is good.
That stuff has got me through the day at work so many times. When if I didn't have that, I would have been home in bed
Yeah.
dying.
Maybe sucking down a cold hot dog.
Oh God, no.
Sassy said I did comment this week. I wonder why it didn't show. I wonder why not, Sassy. I didn't see it. Um, I really don't know why. It's weird, Dougie. Like I've lost a few subs. I think it's a YouTube thing. Um, and a lot of comments aren't showing up, and people aren't getting the notifications. So it's like,
Huh.
you know, it's like what the hell's going on, man? Like,
I think it's just that we suck.
well, that could be too. I mean that's true though. I mean we all know that. I mean we don't suck hot dogs like a certain other person, Dougie, but you know we do suck, but not
Imagine
that
cold hot dogs.
I can't, dude. Like hot dogs in
I mean, we've
general.
all had them at one point in time as kids. A cold hot dog. I
Ugh,
never liked them.
yuck. I can't. Mm-mm. No
I
way.
mean, I could if if it was a survival
Oh,
situation,
of course, man. I
but
mean, you,
just to go on my refrigerator, hey, I think I'm gonna have a cold hot dog.
yeah, yeah. Janet's like, yuck. I agree, Janet. Ugh. It's the texture you never forget. Oh, I know, Paige. Ugh. What's up, Spiky Mike? Heck yeah, man. It's been a bit, man. Nice to have you here, buddy. Hope you've
So
been
how do
well.
you like your hot dogs? Boiled
Yeah.
or cooked over an open flame?
I like them grilled the best, Dougie. Like,
Grilled.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like them on a grill, but they have to be beef. I don't like the Frankenstein hot dogs. You know, the ones with like pork and
Turkey and
turkey and whatever else.
chicken,
Yeah, chicken. I like the
human
all beef.
fingers.
Yeah, human fingers. There's that 49% blank page. How dare you, Paige? How dare you?
No, if you think about it, the majority of us have eaten human flesh and we didn't even know it.
Yeah. Ugh. You know, there's ugh. Lost in YouTube says tablespoon of honey from your area, best morning and night till you're better. Works fast. Yeah. Janet says with fried onions. Yeah, that's pretty good. With
Fried onions and
like
fingers.
caramelized onions. Oh yeah. Uh, human flesh, human flesh with onions. Fried onions is the best. Mart says gross. Oh man. My comment was concerning the fact that I work in mental health and to encourage people to research antisocial personality disorder and how it may bring some clarity. You mean as far as like numbnuts is concerned, Sassy? Because we kind of discussed some of that last ET, you know, whether or not he was legit insane, you know, or at least had a bit of insanity. No, grilled hot dogs with fried onions, Janet said. No, Janet, come on, don't cover it up. You know you like the human fingers with fried onions, you know. No onions, please. They kill my. Well, that's true, Where's Beach, but they are tasty. I do like
Talking about fingers, man, I remember pulling this prank one time on the school bus to the bus driver.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I about made her crash the bus. Remember that trick? I don't know if you ever did it or seen it, but you'd have a box, like a skinny box, like a jewelry box or something.
Oh,
And
like with the spider or some shit?
no, and you'd have a hole where you could stick your finger into it and put ketchup or something where so when you open up the box, it looks like there's a finger in the box. And it's my finger. And I walked up to the bus driver while she was driving.
Oh my
I
god,
told her,
dude.
I told her that my finger got cut off and I opened the box.
Taggy. Oh my god. Fuzzy says I like mine with fava beans and a nice Chianti. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's Halloween
I don't
season.
even like beef liver. I couldn't eat human liver,
Oh my
anything
god,
liver.
I can't.
Liver's
Dude,
disgusting.
liver is gross. My mom loves liver, dude. I'm like,
So
what
did my
the
mom.
heck, man? God, that
I'd
it
come
must be
home
like
from school, like from football practice or something, I'd walk in the house all
liver and
hungry and
onions.
everything. I'd open the door and I'd smell
Oh
that onion smell with the
yeah,
liver,
yeah.
and it's just like, right away, I'd tell mom I'm having sandwiches tonight.
Or you know what my mom used to try to pass on as like a good sandwich is that liverwurst shit, man.
Oh.
Like, fuck that, man. Oh man, I
Man,
never.
my mom and dad ate that stuff up, man. They tried to get me to eat it, and it was just like,
I can't do that shit, man. It's gross, man. Still, Sassy says I'm diagnosing no one, but people may find it helpful and clarifying with the current situation. Same here, Sassy. We can speculate, you know. YouTube not been notifying
"Yeah,
us, Spike
man,
Mike
I
says. Yeah.
can speculate that I think you have a cold
Yeah, and you would be
because all
correct.
the signs and everything are pointing to that you have a cold.
Right.
Now, I'm not diagnosing you. I'm
Right.
just saying that by everything I'm seeing, by all the signs, it appears that you have a cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was going to bet money, if I was going to Vegas, I'd bet money that MLH has a cold.
Yeah.
Either
You see?
that or he's just been, I don't know, man,
Yeah. Fuck.
snorting too much something. I don't know.
Either that or I have an incurable illness, Dougie. I mean, those are the only two possibilities. But I think your assessment of a cold is spot on, though. You know, it's like there you
Yeah.
go. Scooter's in the house. What's up, Scoot?
Scooter
And
Mom says that she used to love liverwurst sandwiches.
the fried onions are what made the liver edible. Oh God. Nanny's is
Hey,
in the
Friday.
house. Says morning liverwurst. Oh God, yeah, no. Braunschweiger. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good on that. Liverwurst. Oh God. Yeah. Is Frotty in the house? What's up, Frotty? Nice to have
Yeah,
you here.
it looks like cat food to me.
It's
Liverwurst.
dude, it tastes worse than I'd rather eat cat food than liver.
God, dude. You don't want to say that on air, man.
Mm. Well, I'd rather eat Jazzy than
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think Jazzy, at least the back straps would taste really
oh
good.
yeah, a little bit of Jazzy bacon in the morning,
Oh,
Dougie.
yeah, with your eggs. Yeah.
Where's Beach is in the house. What's up, Where's Beach? Nice to have you here. Maybe just holding his nose. Yeah, for sure. Well, see, that's another assessment, Dougie. Do you think this has all been a ruse, my cold, and I'm just holding my nose? You know, like trying to make
Yeah,
it
I
seem.
thought you just rolled up some toilet paper and shoved it up your nose, and you didn't feel like doing any videos, and you just
Yeah.
but I'll just fake the cold, make Doug do all the work.
Right, right. It's a ruse. It's all a ruse, man. And but see, and then I worked on my voice the whole week.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Well, what gave it away was that one time I called and you answered, and I could hear like Tijuana brass music and people like having a party, man. I was like, holy shit, man.
I'm getting.
And when he said hello and I said hey, and he's like, oh,
I'm pulling. I'm pulling a reverse. I'm pulling a reverse racism, Dougie. I'm making all the white people work for me.
there you go.
Oh man. Only liver I liked was fried chicken livers. Paige. Oh God, Paige, what's wrong with you, man? What's up, Rib Guy? Nice to have you here as well.
You're eating the part of the body that filtered all the
I
bad
know all the
toxins out.
nastiness. So gross, man. Oh man, I'm still processing the trauma of coming home from school and finding beef tongue in the refrigerator. Yeah,
Oh,
beef tongue. Look, fuzzy.
my grandma was big into that. Luckily, my mom wasn't, and we never had that in the house.
Yeah,
But I remember going to my grandmother's house, and
yeah,
it's like, yeah, no,
yeah.
thank you. I
Yuck.
never even tried it. I would never try it. Anything. I'm not going to eat something that was used to lick an asshole.
Yeah, that
Because
and then
cows lick their butts. I'm sorry, they lick their privates. I'm not going to eat that.
oh man, the grossest thing that I eat is like stomach lining. You know, like a pig stomach lining for
Ooh,
menudo. Oh, dude, it's good, dude. I mean,
no, it's not.
it
There's
is.
something
It's
wrong with
really good.
you.
No, 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 dude,
That's
menudo
got
is
to be
good.
the 49% talking right now. That's disgusting.
It's good, dude. Mater's in the
No,
house.
no, no white person would eat stomach lining.
Yeah, right, dude. You know who invented that shit was white people, man, from Scotland. They fuck
Well,
haggis and shit, man. Come on.
well, it's because England, man, took all their food. They're starving to death. That's all they had to eat was stomach lining.
Right. Adam says, who could eat liverwurst? I mean, worst is in the name. Hey, Adam, thanks for being here and thanks for being a Monster Squad member. I really appreciate it, Adam. Oh my God.
I know, Fraudy, but it's just the thought that
Let's
counts
see.
to me. It's like,
Spiky Mike says 5:30 p.m. here. MLH food time to catch you all on the next one. Yeah, no sweat, man. Spiky, thanks. Appreciate you being here. Vader says beef tongue is good. I've eaten it before, lengua tacos and shit, but it's not my favorite, man. I'd much prefer like just regular old shredded beef, you know.
Mm. I can
Sunday,
eat like frog legs and crawdad tails
oh
and
God, stop it, man.
stuff like
Paige
that.
says
I even went out one time when I was like in junior high with my pellet gun and shot a robin, a bird, and um
ate it.
yeah,
Yeah, I need.
because I was wondering, I was thinking, if I was ever like homeless, where I was like down and out, you know, I wouldn't want to go live like downtown
What did it taste
on the
like?
streets, and it tasted like Dove or anything else, other than it had kind of an earthy
Yeah,
taste because robins eat earthworms, so it had kind of a dirt kind of, I mean, it wasn't the best tasting, but hey, it's better than grabbing a day old hamburger out of the dumpster and eating it.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I
Rib
just
guys,
always thought if I ever got in that situation, I would just become a mountain man. I just go live out in the woods. I'd shoot whatever. I don't care. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
if it was a porcupine, hey, it's food.
yeah. Rib guy says liver and onions cooking. I wouldn't come home that night. Yeah. Paige says Sunday menudo cures all. Yeah.
Well,
Paige, see, you know what's up.
I've never had it.
Where's Beach says I like lamb's liver and chicken liver. It's good. Fuck that, Beach. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, Beach. No. Let's see. Tanya says, comment. David B just did a panel with Whitesnake complaining they tire you keep doing show. Oh, they're tired that you keep doing a show about Snotty. Why they keep watching. Well, I mean, Tanya, the fact that I can say Tanya alone is worth its salt. But you know, uh, yeah, I don't care. I mean, we're going to continue to see this thing through the end, and they can be tired all they want to. The GIMP, you just need to work out a little bit more, work your GIMP suit a little bit more, and you know, toughen up, Buttercup, because it
Yeah,
ain't
and they have that silicone spray you can spray on the zippers so they're a little easier to open and shut.
And who says we're talking about Snotty, Tanya? I mean, we're talking about man bear pig. What do they got against man bear pigs? You know? Cinderella says sliced beef tongue, yum. You remove the exterior tongue lining, yuck. What's worse is intestines, chitlins. I'm not into chitlins. I don't like the chitlins, but I do like menudo. If as long as it's soft, like not chewy, it's good. Uh, Life is rough sometimes, Roddy says to Tanya. I mean, yeah, they could simply turn the channel, right? They
Yeah.
don't have to listen,
Uh,
Dougie. I mean,
well, I didn't like Jerry Springer. I didn't like have a big conniption about it. I just didn't watch it.
you just didn't watch it, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
There's other channels out there.
yeah. Where's beach? See, stomach lining
But
is used in haggis and sausages. How about pig trotters?
but
We
they
know what
must
they do.
must be like moths to the flame. They can't look away.
Yeah, I know.
What are they
Carni-
saying about us now?
Carnitas is pork, sassy. It's really good. Um,
I'll give them a clue what we're saying about them now. We're saying whatever it is that you're saying. So if you don't want us to say anything, don't say anything.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up. How about that, man? I mean, that's what a concept that is, Dougie. It's like if they did. I mean, if dumbass didn't stream, would we have anything to talk
No.
about? And he thinks, dude, this is the thing, Dougie. He thinks that he can do a live stream and then immediately private it, and then that precludes us from doing anything. Really? I mean, you know the amount of clips that I get, Dougie, from when people like clip them
No.
out and send them to me or tell me things that he said, and I mean, it's so stupid,
Uh, And like if he takes it down, oh, the DA, and they won't see it either. It's like, dude, once it's up and going, it's there.
It's there. That's it.
But
Yeah.
hey, He's he thinks that if his head is in the sand, they can't see him.
Well, he's doing a great job, Dougie. We have to give him credit. He's spot on all of his legal
Yeah,
analysis and everything that he's doing to represent himself. I applaud him.
I
You know, I
my
applaud
hats
him,
off
Dougie.
to him because I mean I used to back in the day watch a lot of Perry Mason,
Yeah, yeah. I
and
mean,
dude, he's better than Perry Mason.
he's like the Perry Mason of our time, Dougie.
He is.
Fuzzy says this combo is not designed to make MLH or chat feel better. Right, Fuzzy, all the food talk. Yeah. Hey, Sally Ann's in the house. What's up, Sally Ann? Nice to have you here. As always, the lovely Sally Ann in the house. Um, why spend so much time watching what they hate? They also say Kitty is a liar, but Snotty is honest. Oh yeah, because if you compare Kitty and Man Bear Pig, I mean, it's clear that Kitty is the liar,
Oh,
right?
I
I
know.
mean, she's
She's
got
the bad one.
she's
Yeah.
got a lovely family. She's got kids, a husband, a roof over her head. She doesn't beg people for money.
No, no.
She doesn't have. So yeah, we need to look to the person with charges on them as the
Uh,
honest one.
well,
You know,
like that test that I did yesterday on the panel, I asked her the question, if she was in trouble with the law, let's say that if the roles were reversed and she was in her brother's shoes, would she be doing what he's doing, being online and all that? And she's like, no, man, she'd be listening to the attorney, she'd be dropping off, doing everything you're supposed to do,
right?
which that's what any normal person would do at this point in time. But he's not normal, he's abnormal.
Yeah,
Now he'll say, well, see, that means I have a mental issue. Dude, there's many people that are in prison that are abnormal, but they're not crazy. They knew what they did and they deserve to be there for punishment for their crime. That's where you fit in. You knew what you did. You're fully capable of understanding everything that you've done.
yeah, yeah. You know, that's the whole point, Dougie. It's like Adam says, I wouldn't give these foods to a travel blogger. Adam, thanks for being here, buddy, and thanks for being a Monster Squad member.
Travel.
Flea's in the house. What's up, Flea? Hey, Flea, you want a link? I can send thee a link. The grossest shit ever is tripe. It's good in menu though. As long as it's soft, I don't like.
That's disgusting.
It's not. It's good.
No, that's
Chicharrones are good.
disgusting.
No, it's good. You never had it, Dougie. You can't say if you've never had it. You can't say.
There's some things that you don't have to know it's disgusting.
Yeah, look, Big Cheap knows what's up. He says from the rooter to the rooter, baby menudo is delicious. I agree. What's up, Hefe? Nice to have you here. Um, David B should take care of his wife, not worry about other channels. He cares more for no. I don't think that's true, Tanya. I think he actually does care for his wife more, but the problem is I think he's got an investment, and that's why he's so dogged, simping for another man. I mean, I've never seen a man like bend over backwards for another man and simp so hard and like I mean, at every turn, anything anybody says about Man Bear Pig, it's like David B is right there to clean up the mess. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
anything that he says that seems even quasi wrong. I mean, you got David B as his mouthpiece out there, just fucking licking his ass. I mean, it's pathetic, man. It.
Literally, David B is tasting the shit stain on the family name.
Mhm. Barbara Budapest is in the house. Well, as she says, Man Bear Pig is mental. He is. He's it's ridiculous, man. He's Raymond Burp. Adam. Adam. Let's see. Let's get caught up on chat here. Flea. My son's on his way to eat all my food. Why? Yeah, Flea. I would do your own damn laundry, damn it. Menudo will cure a hangover or the flu in 30 minutes. Paige, I wish that was true. I'd be cured by now. I ate menudo the other day.
That's why you're sick.
No, uh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just sick because this is a hell of a fucking cold. That's why. Hmm.
No, you're
Yeah,
sick
that's
because that cow, whatever that cow, he was sick and it was in his stomach lining, and then you ate it. Now you're sick.
pig, not a cow. I don't like beef tripe. I like pig tripe.
Okay, pig. The pig was sick.
Yeah, it's not the flu. That's right, Proddy. It's a cold. Yeah.
My pigs can get colds too.
The thing about it is that you know, when you have the flu, you don't feel like eating anything. Man. It just comes right up. Fuck that. This is just a cold, straight up cold. But I don't know, Dougie. Like, I don't, dude. That's one thing to not real. I mean, there doesn't even have to be an answer to it, Dougie. But why these men are simping so hard for that fucking fat piece of shit, man? Matzo ball soup is good, Sassy.
I don't get it.
Send me some matzo ball, Sassy. I'll take it right now.
I don't get it at all.
Yeah, what is it about that turd burglar that those idiots have to simp so hard? I mean, in the case of David B, I'm pretty sure it's a money-based thing because no man licks the ass of another man so hard like David B. I mean it's got to be
Yeah.
money. It's the only thing that makes any type of fucking sense. It's like I mean, think about it, Dougie. Is there any reason that you would simp for a man that hard other than money, like a shit ton of money? Like a lot of money.
If he was like my brother or my dad or something.
Maybe like a family,
No,
maybe, but even then, dude, I mean, that hard? I mean, at some point you got to
no.
go to your brother and say, "Hey,
Hey,
I
dude.
can't
Yeah,
I can't keep humiliating myself like this,
yeah, yeah.
for you." It's like they're waiting for a part of that big payday, Fraudy says. The one he keeps oh, you mean the millions of dollars that he's going to sue Scientology and everyone else for, Fraudy? Yeah, get real. You know, I mean, come on. you know, Maybe it's because Snotty has dirt on it. Well, it's that's a possibility, Tanya, but like, what kind of dirt? Like, I mean, it's fucking YouTube. Who gives a fuck? I mean, they already fucking doxed me on YouTube over there, and I'm like, okay, so now you all know my real name. Ooh, I mean, what's next? You're gonna show up at my house with the cameras that I got? What else are you gonna do? You can't do anything. There's nothing. I don't have an arrest record. I mean, I don't understand these people's means to an end. Dougie, like, what is the point of it? There's
Uh,
really no point.
It's all threats.
You think you're gonna silence me because of it? I mean, come on. I mean, you guys got to know me by now. I'm a fucking activist in Denver. The cops have doxed me up and down, left and right. They've harassed me at every turn. And if they can't intimidate me to stop talking, I mean, what makes these people think that they can make me stop talking? It's stupid.
Jeez, man. We Flea and Nami and I have been trying to get him to stop talking, and we've not been successful. So,
Brody says, believe it or not, other three-letter acronym played an old live of Snotty's and he said how he was going to sue West Virginia, I think, and get his big payday there too. Guess that didn't happen. See, here's another pattern, Frotty. He promises these big, grandiose things, and they never come to fruition, ever.
no, man, he's just out there looking for the big payday. He wants the big payday and not have to work for it.
Yeah, blank
He's a
page.
lazy bum. He's
Yeah,
a 42-year-old, 43, 40-some-year-old man
yeah.
who,
Okay.
if you looked up what uh, the average male at the age of 42, what should he have accomplished
Yeah.
in life?
Get married is probably one, by then. I mean, I would think. Um, let's see. Frotty says, believe. Oh, okay. Paige says, I think the dirt relates to what Cheese quote unquote friends are into. People pay big for contraband. Well, whatever, go for it. Try to find contraband on me. I mean, there's
It's
nothing there.
usually, a person of 40, they've already accomplished their career.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've already established their family. By the age of 40, you already have your kids. They're in school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, there's so much he has missed out on. And
Yeah.
he brags about his life, that it's all great. Who in the hell thinks it's great living in a crappy van on the side of streets?
with rabbit pelts around you and a hole in the side of that set.
Yeah, with pee stains all throughout the RV with a non-workable toilet.
Yeah, I'm sure it smells good.
And he tries to tell you that he has a great life.
Yeah.
He's shooting you a con lie.
Right.
A
But
great life is, at his age, is to own your own house, have your career undergoing, coming home to your wife and your children, enjoying your family, enjoying the career, that the fruits of your labor. I mean, at the age of 40 some years old, you've accomplished, you're basically enjoying what you've worked for your
yeah,
whole life.
yeah,
You've finally gotten things together. Things are starting to go. And where is he? He
yeah,
hasn't even had a job yet.
yeah, yeah.
He
Uh,
hasn't accomplished anything yet. And he's going to be going to prison.
yeah,
That's the only thing he's accomplished,
right.
is going to prison.
Well, he's made a shit ton of money, Dougie. That
Yeah, but you can't brag about that, because that's all dirty money. That's all tainted, dirty money.
yeah,
He's collected that money because he's so damn lazy. He can't get off his fat ass and go work for it himself. Because I tell you, there's a certain amount of pride, of feeling good, not the bad kind of pride, but not the bad kind of prideful pride, but that
right.
good kind of pride that, when at the end of the day, man, you put in a good day of honest day's worth of work, and you feel good about it.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
good feeling about it. It's a
yeah,
good feeling when you receive your paycheck and you did that all on your own.
yeah. You worked for that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Barbara,
couldn't lay my head down at night knowing that I was taking money from people, especially people that really don't have the money to give, but they're giving it anyways. And then when they're in trouble and they come to him, he just shits all over them.
oh man, dude, it's imploding over there, Dougie. I read those. I got. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody sent me those screenshots of these people in desperate times, man. And it's like one of them has a kid and decided that finally their kid should take priority over man
Yeah.
bear pig. Barbara says, I don't know, and I don't know, and need to know your real name. That's because you have respect, Barbara. I mean, it's fine. I don't look, I'm a real human being with a real name, right? So I mean, the fact that they ferreted that out thanks to the Aurora PD. I mean,
His real name is Billy Two Claws.
yeah, exactly. Flea says, "Oh my God, did you guys see the whole Amy Bradley and Scientology connection when she went missing?" I did not, Flea.
No.
Sassy, let's see.
I
Paige
I
says,
kind of stepped away from
"Yeah,
YouTube here for the last 3 weeks when we had our little break. I literally took a break. I shut it all down. I had to.
yeah." I didn't. I kept going because obviously this is what I
Well,
do.
you have your show. It's your, but
But
yeah,
but I hear you. I mean, I tried to decompress as much as I could, but it
well,
just
I needed it. It was just,
yeah, yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
all the filth and stuff starts to build up, and we don't have like a YouTube liver to filter all that shit
Right,
out,
right, right. Speaking
So
of,
you just have to step away from it and kind of reset. And
Yeah.
Um,
Paige says constant grifting, homeless, no LTR, not even a pet. So pathetic. I agree.
I wouldn't want him to have a pet after hearing what he did
Oh
to
my
the
God.
duckies.
I don't know if you guys heard, but man, fuck. I did not. And when I said it, Dougie, I meant it. I did not have that on my bingo card at all.
I didn't either.
Flea said, I really need a wife. Would love for someone else to help pick up the slack around here. I agree, Flea. You need
I think we
that's
could.
kind of hot, Flea. I don't know.
I think we could come up with that.
Yeah, I mean, we can make that happen, Flea, I think. Still Sassy says, Man Bear Pig can't do those things. His personality disorder allegedly doesn't allow for that. Yeah, well, um,
Allow for what?
allow for being responsible.
Uh,
Paige says all moms need a wife. I agree. Yeah, yeah. Frotty said the same thing. Blank, Paige, please, not a pet. I heard what Kitty said about the baby ducks. It makes sense though. When he was playing with the bunnies, he said they're cute when they're small, not fun when they grow. Grow. That you know what? There's a syndrome for that. Um,
yeah,
my niece is that way. She likes things when they're kittens and puppies, but once they grow up, she gets rid of them. She doesn't want them anymore. And it's like, I mean, that's not, I mean, come on,
yeah,
it's like crazy.
yeah.
I'll send you a link. It's on Insta, Flea. Okay, cool, Flea. Thanks. MLH is a real human, Scooter says. Yeah, I know. Isn't it? Imagine that, Scooter. I actually
He is.
do have a real name. Justice for Ducks, Paige says. Um, yeah, yeah, I am. Dougie, I bleed just like everybody else and cry sometimes.
Is it
Not
red?
I don't
The
go to
red
it
blood?
is definitely red. Yeah, it's definitely red. I don't go to the mountains and cry though by myself in an RV. Well, and then on a stream. I definitely don't do that. I mean,
Yeah, his rabbit pelts have tear stains
pea
and
stains.
pee stains and mayonnaise stains.
I wonder if David B is listening to me talk about him peeing in his bed. He's going to go back there. Did you hear? He thinks you pee in your bed. I know you don't pee in your bed.
But, but, but what are those stains under your mattress?
Yeah, what are those, man? Are those sex stains? What are? Oh man, Dougie, I swear, man, this
He
dude,
sleeps in the pee-pee.
I feel like this thing is coming to an end, Dougie. What do you think? I mean, I think there's finally a little bit of light at the end of that tunnel.
Dude, there's more than a little light. There's a freaking spotlight at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's like a
You
big old
know, at the beginning of all this, when we first started this whole run, and I remember when we were talking about this very subject, you know, I, at that time there was a lot of us that didn't believe that he was going to serve any time,
Mhm.
and now that's changed. I mean, I think pretty much everybody does believe that he's going to serve time.
Buddy says, "Oh, come on now, MLH. You know those aren't sex stains. MLH is such a joker." Oh man, I'm just having a little bit of fun, Friday, of course. I mean, well, no, they could be Friday. I mean, those grannies are thirsty, man. I mean, some of those grannies are really thirsty, Friday. I mean, just think about it. Friday, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about those grannies. And would you put it past Man Bear Pig to not take up some of those grannies on their offers of getting on their knees and doing whatever? I mean, maybe he's the one on his knees with some guys. I don't know. I mean, allegedly. I mean, look at the way he sucks down hot dogs and
Yeah,
microphones and anything
yeah,
else he can stick in his mouth.
yeah.
Paige says, "Do y'all think?" Barbara says, "Man Bear Pig needs to wear Depends." Paige says, "Do y'all think his rabid trolls were burnt out after?" No doubt, Paige. That this has happened before. This isn't the first time that I've seen a YouTuber flame out, go to jail for a lengthy period of time, and then the following just goes by the wayside. There'll be some diehards, that'll stick by. I mean, even Manson has diehards,
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
diehards. But most of them will fall by the wayside. They'll find another grifter on YouTube to give their money to, and you know, David B will be the new travel blogger.
Yeah.
Sassy says David B will have to go back to his nothing life, caring for his wife and having nothing else to do but be angry, yelling at the clouds. Add that, Sassy, yelling at the clouds. Whitesnake should buy new windshield instead of helping Snotty. Yeah, well, I mean, a fool and their money are easily parted, Tanya. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, I look, they can do whatever they want with their money. It's their money, right? The grannies and the grandpas out there that are simping for them and love the blue-eyed devil. But the thing about it is it's priorities, right? Like I know for a fact at least one or two are regretting their decision to send idiot their money, because of their own personal situations.
Yeah.
I've got intel on that. But I don't sit here and out those people because it's sad. It's sad that they can't really think through the bullshit and understand that they're just being conned, you know?
Well, the thing is if you look at the statistics of how many uh, um, senior citizens have been conned,
Mhm.
it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit, and
It's really sad. It's an epidemic
it,
in this
it,
country.
it is because I've witnessed it with my own parents. I mean, my dad was always really good at managing things and smart about stuff,
Yeah.
but in his older age, it's like they revert back to being a child or something, and they don't, so
Well, it's because they're trusting. It's like they trust people to be honest, and they come from a different time of where, you were as good as your word is the saying, right, Dougie? Like your
yeah,
word was your bond, like your it was gold. It's like I don't know. It's really weird, Dougie. You're right. I mean, it is an epidemic in this country of people taking advantage of the elderly. I mean, when Man Bear Pig was first on the scene protesting, what was one of the things? Like elderly abuse, right?
yeah,
So, but he's doing the same fucking thing, Dougie. He's doing the same exact thing. He uses stochastic manipulation,
yeah,
where he doesn't say, "Oh, I need," every great once in a while lately he's been saying that he needs money, straight up. But
yeah,
for the most part, he'll insinuate,
yeah,
he'll just give you just a little bit to make you feel sorry for them, and the grannies open up their wallets, and what is really sick is, why don't you demand accountability with this guy? Hey, show the receipts at least,
yeah,
so we
yeah,
know that you're doing the right thing. But they always say, "Oh, we don't care what he does with that money." Really? So if he goes and buys cocaine with it, are you're okay? You're okay with that? What's
yeah.
up, Chris? Nice to have you here. Thanks for being a Monster Squad member, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. Buttercup in the house. What's up, Buttercup? Nice to have you here as well.
What
Newest
just
newest
what a
mod, yeah.
scumbag that you would take money from elderly people,
Mhm.
lie to them to
Uh,
get their money that they've worked their whole lives for,
Total scumbag.
and
Total
and,
scumbag.
and that's probably their retirement money that they're giving him. It's just
Yeah,
that's the worst of the worst.
yeah, yeah,
That is right up there with some Scientology bad shit.
yeah. Erie Forever's in the house. Erie, thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Really appreciate it. Friday says, "What's David B in Poland, aka AZ Crimson's obsession with KK's peen? They talked about it last night on Boss Talk for at least 45 minutes. Sorry, David B. KK isn't going to send you a pic. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up, Friday, but I mean, who knows, man? These people are fucking weird, man. I mean, just look at Man Bear Pig. He's on fucking air, fucking sucking down cold hot dogs and fucking microphones and anything else he can stick in his mouth.
And
It's like,
fucking having an orgasm.
yeah. I'm okay with him doing what he wants with his donos. If people dumb enough to give it, they should lose it. Well, I agree with that too, Tanya. I mean, you can't really blame Man Bear Pig. I mean, if these people, I mean, you can because he's the instigator of it. He's the con, right? So he's, if he would, it's like
Well,
okay,
put it this way: what would you do if you found out that your grandma was giving him money,
right?
and
You would try,
and your grandma thought she was doing a good thing and stuff
yeah. Well,
because
here's,
she doesn't understand. Wouldn't you? You'd be pissed, wouldn't you?
yeah. Well,
You'd be pissed that this guy is taking advantage of your grandmother.
here's my analogy, Dougie. Just because you leave your front door open when you go to the grocery store doesn't mean it's okay for someone to walk in and walk out with
Yeah,
your TV and shit. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like that's the con. He's a con. He will, he will manipulate people in a way where they feel obligated to it's what I was saying earlier. It's a
Uh,
stochastic thing. It's like um there is such a thing as stochastic terrorism. When you're implying shit, it happens. It's the power of suggestion, right, Dougie?
no, no.
Like, man, it sucks. I don't have enough money to pay my rent this month. I really don't, man. I might be out on my ass, et cetera, et cetera. You
That
know,
that's just like what Laura told him to do when that one time when they were picking him up from the police station. She said, "Just put it out there. Just put it out there. Just say it, and you'll receive it."
yeah, 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 exactly. Becky, Laura said that. That's right.
Yeah.
Becky says they aren't just giving him their retirement money; they are feeding him instead of their kids. I have Becky. You're exactly correct. I
What's
got
going on here with that? I've been
Oh,
hearing that.
okay. So let me go to it. I'm gonna read it again. I read it on the last show. This is a screenshot from somebody, and I will not say who
Yeah.
because it's not for me
Don't
to
want to get
out
anybody in
anybody.
trouble.
Right. Well, not that I don't want to get anybody in trouble. It's just it's sad, dude. Look at this, okay? Okay, I will tell you, I don't have enough money for food for my kid. Been to the food bank, not good food right now, and I can't pay my bills. I just am done and want to give up. Right? This is someone in his community that gave him money. Right? I mean, this is sad.
And did he offer to help her?
Of course not. Here's another one, Dougie. So I thought today was payday. It is not. Everything in my car is wet. I need to go to the laundry badly. I need to go to the car wash. I need, well, everything. If you have a few extra bucks, you could share with the girl to get through the weekend. I would forever be grateful. Okay? Look at that. That's another one of his simps. These are two people, prominent people. I'm not going to mention them because look, I have sympathy and empathy for them. But I mean, it only goes so far, Dougie. How far can you go?
When a person who asks for so much and so much is given,
Yeah,
but yet they turn around and they do nothing in return,
if they haven't learned by now, that's their
that
fault.
that that is that is that speaks volumes. The guy only thinks of himself. He's not there for you guys. He's not there for any of you. And I noticed that something about him. And you tell me if you've noticed this too.
Yeah.
When he wants something, when he needs something, he
Uh-huh.
becomes really nice. He has nice lives.
Yep.
He's nice.
Yep. Yep. And then
And
as
as
soon as
soon
he
as he
gets it,
gets what he wants,
yep.
then he turns into that asshole again.
Yep. Yep. You guys can't say anything from now on. I'm just gonna block from here on out. I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
this shit before, man. Cat Smoka's in the house. What's up, Cat Smoka? Nice to have you here. Let's see. I'm getting caught up.
I
If
mean, who
they
would want to give money to a freaking asshole?
if they get homeless from giving to Snotty, they deserve it. Look, Tanya, I have a little more empathy than that. I don't want anybody to go homeless, and especially over a fucking fat grifter that cons people out of their money, you know. The one lady who couldn't feed her kids because she gave Man Bear Pig her money. Yeah, Flea. Look, not everybody is the smartest person in the world, you know. So I know that there are people that have regretted giving him money. You know, he uses people and then discards them. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Um, he just puts it out there, scam festing. Yeah, I know. She needs to get a freaking job, Cat Smoka said. But some people are disabled, Cat Smoka. Some people can't.
Yeah.
I don't look, I'm not making excuses, right? These are grown ass people, grown ass men, grown ass women. And if they want to give him their money and that makes them suffer, I can't stop them, right? I can only tell them, look, our chat is better. I'm not going to berate you. He does that quite often, Dougie. He berates people in his chat all the time.
Uh-huh.
And they're supposed he calls them minions? Really? You guys really want to be called minions? His minions? I mean, come on. Really? That's I mean, it's like it's so bad. On your
He
way to
would
the
throw
yeah,
any of them under the bus if there was money in on it.
yeah. Hey, Carol, I'll send everybody your way once we're done here. What's the protest for? Palestine, probably. So sad, Paige says. I agree. Jethro Miller is in the house. What's up, Jethro? They gave him money um to come to LA and harass me so I don't feel sorry for I feel for his kids. I agree, Becky. But you see what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be that way. She shouldn't have even been in the position to feel like she needs to give this fucking con man money. That's the point I'm making, you know?
Yeah,
She
but
shouldn't
there's
have come
some of the grannies too, though, that are just evil-minded like him,
well,
and they're
that's true
feeding
too.
off of it and loving this.
Yeah,
And
scammers.
those they got everything coming to them.
Yeah.
The ones I feel sorry for are the ones that are just they
Yeah,
just don't
there's
know, because of their age and stuff. They you know what I'm talking about. They just don't know any better. They're the ones that get easily persuade and stuff. They're the ones that we need to protect.
yeah.
And he's the one that's taking advantage of these kind of people.
There's undoubtedly more of his simps that are broke and giving them their last dollars too. Of course, nannies. I mean, he doesn't. Does he care? He doesn't give a fuck. I
Is
would
it?
feel bad. Look, I always say, I appreciate all support. Right? If you guys can give me the $3 for a membership for a month, that helps tremendously. But if it's between you getting a box of cereal to survive and sending me $3, keep the money. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I mean, I would feel awful if someone told I gave you my last $3 because I believe in you. I'm glad you believe in me, but shouldn't you have used that to I don't know,
I
buy some oatmeal or something, some
I've
bologna.
witnessed. I've seen MLH give the last bit of his money that he has in his pocket, give it away to somebody who's in need of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
He's a person that doesn't. Um, he's a very giving person. That's the one thing that I've learned about MLH since I've got to know him. Um, he he tends to care more about other people than he does himself. Um, these are just evaluations. I'm speaking truth here of what I see of the guy. Um,
I appreciate that.
he's never struck me as a person that is greedy and just wants the money or the fame
Mm,
or something like that. In fact, he's more giving of trying to help you out and stuff like that than himself. And but I think that's what makes MLH his show so good and stuff is because people see that in you.
yeah,
You know,
people have said that, that they believe in me, and that's the validation
yeah,
that I take, Dougie, because trust me, it's not a ton of money,
yeah,
Dougie. It's not, this isn't something that if not for Bernie, this wouldn't be sustainable, Dougie. But it's good
yeah,
enough to where I can do things like do homeless outreach every now and again. And you're right, Dougie. If I have money in my pocket, I've said this several times before. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I am proud of certain things. I'm proud that I can say that if I have any type of like actual like paper money in my pocket, by the end of the day, I don't have it because I've given it to somebody less fortunate.
Yeah.
And it's happened to me that way several times, Dougie. I mean, you can ask Bernie.
Well, I know just from experience of just us here, the people, the crew, you know, there have been times that there's been a few of us that have been in need or in some trouble or something, and MLH has always been there to help out. Um, and sometimes that help isn't always a monetary thing. I know, like when I was going through the loss of my mom and my dad, and I was, dude,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was going through the ringer there for a while,
Yeah.
and trying to maintain doing the show and acting normal, and it was hard, but you were always checking in on me, always, making me feel good and
Yeah.
comfortable and not to worry about things. And as like, if I've been a part of other channels and other communities, and you were not always treated that
Yeah. Yeah.
kindly. And that's one thing that I've always have respected about you and about this whole situation. I've told you this before, when I first came to DT, I was kind of like overwhelmed. I was like, whoa, this just seems weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but as time went on, I realized that, everybody there, what they were saying, they were honest. It was true. That's how they felt. And everybody, we all cared about each other, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and those early days, man, gosh, you and I, we were putting out like what, 2, 3, 4 videos
Yeah.
a
Every
day. We're
day.
doing it
Every
Monday
day.
through Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day, man. It just and I mean, eventually we came to our senses. We couldn't keep that up, Dougie.
Oh God, dude.
No way,
I yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be. I wanted to be there in the end, not just be a.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember those guys?
Right. Right. Well, look, let me get through some comments here. Jethro says his sister gave us all the insight we need as far as I'm concerned. I agree,
Yeah, I
Jethro.
agree.
I
Jethro,
agree with that.
yeah,
Kim is in the house. What's up, Kim? Laura got herself a car from some of that money they grifted for a lawyer. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I know. She's look, Laura's not off the hook. She's a grifter too, you know, just as dirty, like Rib Guy says. I agree.
yeah.
Let's see. Thanks, MLH, for the room raid for Manning last week. Yeah, of course. Antics, nice to have you here. Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Antics, really appreciate that. Really seems like a lot are just digging in their heels to not be wrong about what a dumb loser he is. Nanny says, "Oh, there's some of that too. It's pride, right? You don't want to admit that you're wrong. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. You know, gargle with salt water shrinks mucous membranes and coats throat. Yeah, Ari, thanks. I'll do that.
I'd rather be on the right side of history than the wrong side of
I
history.
agree. I agree. Let's see what else we got here. It's their choice, Becky says. He's not forcing them. She's not that old. Yeah, I agree, Becky, but look, it's opportunity, right? He's an opportunist and a con man, and people sometimes are susceptible. And it's incumbent on us to point it out. We can't stop
But
it from happening.
you don't know if this particular lady is excess or what was the word you said?
Susceptible. Yeah.
Yeah, she could just be an evil-minded person.
I
just loving this, enjoying it. You know how
I
those people are, they cling on to people that do evil because they
yeah,
love evil.
I go back and forth on this particular person, Dougie. I'll
No,
talk.
I don't know who it is, so I can't speak,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm trying to help Becky. I'm sorry, Becky, if I'm not helping. MLH, shut up. She's not who you think she is. Becky
Oh,
knows who she is, so
all right.
don't stop.
All right.
Lay off.
Uh,
There, Becky, I did it. I told him to shut up.
most of the
Go tie another bike around a tree.
yeah, yeah, there you go. Most of those women aren't that old, younger than myself. So that's not really a good excuse since there's no excuses, Sin. Look, they're enabling a piece of shit con artist. Some of them are what Dougie says, some of them are how I believe being taken advantage of, and that's just it. I mean, it's two things can be right at the same time.
I believe there's a certain percent that are being taken advantage of, and then I believe there's a certain percent that are just evil, and they love this, and it's like watching TV. It's a drama thing. They're feeding off of it.
Yeah,
Some people just feed off of this stuff and they enjoy it.
yeah.
I
Adam,
could never do that. I couldn't feed off of people's pain and hurt.
no,
And,
I can't either, Dougie. It's unconscionable to me. It's because you have integrity and character, and those are things that
but
um
if somebody inflicts a lot of pain and hurt on others and keeps doing it, oh, I'm right there. I want pain and inflicted on them. I want them to suffer the same amount
yeah,
of pain and suffering that they dished out. I want them to pay up. It's time to pay up. It's time for
that,
Man Bear Pig to
yeah,
start paying up
I
for
agree.
all that he's done.
I totally agree. Adam
Yeah,
says I
it's
don't
not
give
that I
much.
just picked him. I'm like, just like, oh yeah, I just want to go after him because I'm just full of hate and everything.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
that's not me. I'm
no,
not full of hate. I'm not a hateful kind of a person.
no,
But
no.
I'm angry. I'm angry at this dude, at what he did to so many people.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
angry what he did to Poe. I'm angry what he did to Sir Crepitus. I'm angry what he did to Becky. I'm angry at what he did to so many people. So many people in the anti-Scientology community, and so many people leading up before them, because there's stories and stories piled up long before we ever came along.
yeah,
This guy, it's amazing how much infliction, pain that he's inflicted through these years, and he's gotten away with it. It baffles me that somebody just hasn't gotten a hold of him, cleaned his clock.
yeah.
You
I
know,
know, I know. Adam says I don't give money, but I do give out Don Ho albums and old TV guides. TV guides back in the day were the best, Adam.
oh
I
God,
remember.
if you didn't have a TV guide, man, you were lost.
Yeah, you were. You had to buy that TV guide.
Because you
Um,
didn't have like no cable where you could just watch whatever. If your show was on, it was on those certain days, and if you missed it, that was it. You didn't get
yeah,
to
you
see it
didn't. Yeah,
until God knows when it would be re-aired.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you had to structure your life around your TV viewing, not your TV viewing around your life.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember that? When a
yeah.
show was on, you had to stop everything to go watch whatever it was, because
Mhm.
that was it. And
Yeah,
we only had what, like 4 channels, 3 channels.
yeah. Sassy says, why does Pig keep obsessing on Scientology? Horrible organization still doesn't justify breaking of the laws in California.
Money.
Is it just to keep the grift going? You hit the nail on the head, Sassy. It's money. All right. He's an opportunist and a con man,
He
right?
didn't care about any of those people in Scientology. He could
No.
give it a rat's ass. He's seen how much money that Streets was pulling in.
Yep.
He's seen how much Jessica Palmanessa was pulling in, and he thought, I got to get in on this.
I
I
got
got to
it.
get a
Yep.
piece of this. So he got down there. As soon as he got down there, he started. What does a con artist do? They try real hard to fit in. To
Yep.
fit in, and he did that. He tried real hard to fit in and everything, and because I remember, people slowly started to come around and like him, and then it grew to his pinnacle of that camp out in front of the Big Blue, because that was at the height. And then that's when things started to fall apart, was right at that point in time. But his height, his height of his whole protesting, whatever you want to call it, was when they did that caravan, when they drove around Big Blue and drove around La Poubelle and all that. To me, that was when when Man Bear Pig's whole thing, his whole persona, that was at the height. That was his best that he had done. And then from then on, it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, yeah. It's a grift. It's all a grift. It's all it ever will
He
be.
could
It's a
care
grift.
less. He could care less. Look, if he was there really caring, you wouldn't see him walking up to a dude out there eating his lunch and calling him a slave and just making fun of the guy and insulting the guy. You're not saving anybody. You're pushing that guy deeper into that cult. If he really cared, if he really was a person who cared, he would have walked up to the person and said, "Hey, man," he would have just started talking to the guy.
Yeah, it absolutely. That's a good point, Dougie. That I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt he never gave a fuck about anybody in
Mm-mm.
Scientology based on one
No,
interaction that I saw him.
it was all show. He would do everything to get a rise, to get people to give money. It was good TV when he was flicking people crap and yelling and doing his antics and stuff. He was making money. People were paying for it.
Dougie, do you remember the guy? It was an older guy. He was a middle-aged guy, and he was sitting down just reading a book. He was a Scientologist, and he was sitting reading a book on his break, I guess. I don't know how they do things there, but I think he was on a break, sitting there minding his own business, reading a book, right? And here comes Man Bear Pig, and he's yelling at this guy, "Slave, slave, you're a slave, you're a slave." That's gonna get him to that guy to get out of Scientology? I
Yeah,
mean, think about it. Think about the contrast between somebody like him
yeah,
and somebody like Denver J, right?
yeah, yeah.
Denver J was like a
He
human
would
being,
talk to people like they were humans.
right? He would
Yeah,
say, "Look, there's a better way."
yeah.
Well, I mean, look,
And you may not see, Jay may not see the success of the seeds he planted on those days, because most of the times you don't see the success of the seeds that you plant. Those seeds will mature at a later date. He planted many seeds during that time, and out of those seeds, there are going to be some of them. They To this day, there are some that remember Jay and remember what it's sticking to them,
yeah,
and it could very well be what caused them to second guess everything and to get out of there,
right.
because he doesn't fit the mold, because they're being told, brainwashed, that people on the outside, that people like us, we're just bad, we're evil,
Yeah,
we act like how
yeah,
Man Bear Pig acts.
yeah, yeah,
And if you were in the cult and you go outside and some guy starts acting exactly what they've been telling you that people are, that's confirming to you that, gosh, they are right. This church that I'm in, they're right, because look at these people.
yeah, yeah,
You're helping. You're helping the church dig their claws in that person even deeper.
yep,
You didn't
yep,
help that person. You push them even deeper into it.
yep, yep,
And that's not the, yeah, in the beginning, yeah, we all thought it was funny, we thought it was cool, we thought that maybe this, yeah, but we're finding out that we're finding out now, what we're seeing now, like in Clearwater and stuff, where people are being nice and kind in what they're doing, that 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 it actually pays off better, and it still pisses Scientology off, because look at how Scientology is fighting back in Clearwater, because obviously they don't like it. So you can still protest in the right way and still accomplish what you want
mhm.
without flicking everybody's shit.
Well, I was out at the Denver org chalking away for a while there, Dougie. I mean, I think that's super effective.
Yeah,
The people that go in there that read, I mean, you have to notice it, right? Watching live stream says he is fully convinced he's got this beat. Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
he's better than Perry Mason watching live
yeah,
streams.
he is.
Paige says there are 8.5 million people in LA County. They wouldn't waste time on his case if it wasn't solid. I agree with that. Flea says they're emotional vampires. Watching live streams says, hey, people buy stinky socks and such online. There are all kinds of crazies out there. I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Snotty. Oh, this is interesting. Snotty asked Chad if he should have a speedy trial. I say yes, because then state can keep asking for an extension. Do it, Snotty. That monitor will be part of your skin. Actually, he should waive his. Yeah, he should waive it. The longer you waive it, the longer you're going to have that.
Man.
I guess he figures it's better to be on the ankle monitor than in prison, Tanya. That's the calculation there. There's no excuses for these adults' dumb decisions, and his Sims create an environment that encourages it. I agree. Later, Flea. Have a good day. Appreciate you.
Bye, Flea.
Chris says, I remember when I was a kid, we had ABC, CBS, NBC, TB. I didn't even have TBS, Chris. And I remember when we first got HBO, and you had to get this box with a dial that switched between HBO and. Yep, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Later, Barbara. Have a good day. Mossad's in the house. What's up? Barbarossa, he says. Yeah. Let's see. Queen Gangster Granny. What's up? Nice to have you here. I quit watching him when JDSA got swatted, and Man Bear Pig knew exactly how much money was coming in for Jay, and he was resentful as all hell. Yeah. That I mean, he look, Sassy, if I were to get, I'm not saying anybody donate right now, but if I get it and put out, oh, they seethe. If I get memberships and money, he sees that. Can't stand it. He can't
Yeah.
stand it. That was the most disgusting display, Paige says. I don't know what you're referring to, Paige. It was something that we said. We're on a little bit of a delay, so sorry. Still doesn't know the difference between an SO member and public. Well, that's it. Brandon says Jay was great. What's up, Brandon? Nice to have you here. Donna Fry, welcome on in. Nice to have you here. Chum is a Scientology fundraising.
Ellie.
Wait a minute. Is Ellie in the house?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's up, Ellie? Nice to have you here. Can't
Love you,
stay,
Ellie.
but
Miss you,
yeah,
Ellie.
we do miss you, Ellie. Um, yeah. Nice to have Ellie here. The voice of reason most times.
Yeah.
Um,
Hurry up. We got to stash all of our stuff, clean up our rooms, man.
oh
Ellie's here.
we
Damn
put that doobie away, Dougie.
it. No, man. Here, hide the beer bottles, man.
Yeah, everybody's wondering how Ellie is. Glad you're here, Ellie.
did, did you ever get busted by your parents, like right in the middle of taking a hit or something? Did you ever have that happen to you?
No, I Dougie, dude, I'm the king of fucking doobies, dude. I mean, come on, man. I never had that. Never.
God,
I,
I remember I had bought some weed, and my friend, uh he calls me and he's like, hey dude, can you roll me a doobie? And I'm like, yeah. Well, at first I'm like, no man, I'm at home, I mean, I was young, I was still living at home. It's like, dude, right now is not a good time. He's persistent. I'm like, fine, I'll roll it and I'll stick it out the window. You can grab it, because I couldn't have any company or anything,
right, right.
And so, dude, I'm not a doobie person. I can't roll them. I had to have the freaking rolling machine.
I have the little rolling machine, Dougie.
I
Don't say
could
that.
not. My friend could roll them just
I
like
know.
nothing. Me, if I tried to roll them by hand, they look like a pregnant cigar or something.
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean,
they're
I can
horrible.
roll them, but it's, dude, like you're right. They're not the prettiest things.
And so I'm sitting there, I got this little tin plate. It was a backpack dish for eating off of, right? And I put my weed on there, and I had my little rolling machine, and I'm doing it. And then my dad walks in. I'm right in the middle, just, I mean, busted cold. And yeah, did I, yeah, that that sucked. And then another time I was over at a friend's house, and it was the first time I had worked with the guy. It was the first time ever going to his house. And and this is when we're still young. And, I was like 18, I think.
Yeah.
So he was still living with his mom. And we're up in his room and we're smoking out. And I got the bong, and I just got there taking a hit. And his mom walks in. I'm sitting there with the lighter and the bong. I'm just like, and she just looks at me and she starts yelling at him and walks out. And then he starts, dude, why didn't you freaking hide it? I'm like, dude, I didn't have time. It's like, well, you still could have hit it. I go, dude, she already caught me. If they tried to hide it after she's seen it, just seemed like kind of pointless at that point. It's like.
Rib Guy with the $20 super chat. Appreciate that, Rib Guy. He says, for Ellie's appearance, we miss you, love. We miss your brilliance. We are only here because we feel bad for Emily.
Ellie's the glue that keeps the show together. And we've been getting kind of sloppy and loose, and not me so much. I stick close to me, but MLH, oh my God, you really need to have a talk with this dude. He's getting real squirrely, Ellie. He's all over the place, Ellie.
You really got true friends when they're ratting on you right in front of your face, man.
Oh, man. Well, hey, I'm not a backstabber. I'm just doing it right.
That's true. That's what I said, man. True friend. Donna Fry says my dad would have called the cops. Yeah, there you go. Oh man, he's not one to F around with. I agree. Donna, thanks for being in here. Appreciate you. Let's see. Who do we got? Ellie is brilliant, by the way. Ellie's wrench will never be taken away. So you can want that all you want, Ellie, but that's not happening. You know better. That is not happening. Not happening.
It's like that song from was it Chicago?
Yeah.
Was it Hotel California?
Mm.
Once you're in, you can never leave.
Mm.
Yeah, Ellie.
Yeah.
Nobody told you, but this is actually a cult, and you can't leave now.
Right. Paige says we don't dry snitch here. Our snitches are juicy. Paige says, yeah, well, there you go. Chris says my dad would have beaten me with an inch of my life.
We don't like dry snitch. Our snitches are juicy.
Juicy.
I'm going to take the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, no, she got roped in, Ellie. She's in like Flynn Buttercup. Happy to have Buttercup as the latest mod, by the way. Really appreciate the help, Buttercup.
Yeah, but you got to change your name because Butters, it's not conducive to my diet. You need to change your name to Margarine Cup.
Margarine Cup. Oh,
yeah.
Heck, I came in from a date at 18. My mom and dad were smoking. And they were like, "Fuck, we got rid of her." Let's smoke it up, man. She's on a date, man. We're gonna smoke a doobie, man. Fuck yeah, man. I love that. No,
my parents were so naive; they didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, yeah. My mom and dad are, they were cool, but they never caught me doing anything naughty because I was no.
I was the oldest, so I got the brunt end of everything. And then my brothers got off easy, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck is this?
Fuzzy says, I can't believe it's not Buttercup 50. I like that. That's really good, Fuzzy. Oh man, you will forever be known. I can't believe it's not Buttercup 50.
Sorry, Buttercup. I didn't mean to start something there. I have a tendency to do that. I mean, we already got one woman that's walking around with a cooter disguise tattoo on. So Uh,
Cat Smoker says, "Oh my god, I could never picture my parents smoking. They should have thought after 8 kids, you know? They should have though, after 8 kids." No, but with my ex, I we had a day where surprisingly her grandparents and us like fucking bonged it up one night, man. We were just out in their porch and they were like, "Yeah, it's been a while." I'm like, "Well, shit, you guys, I mean, I have a bong. You guys want to fucking smoke? Let's do it." So the whole night, man, bong hit after bong hit. It was fun. Hey,
with
Ellie.
your parents?
No, my ex's grandparents, man.
Oh,
Ellie, thanks for being here.
yeah,
Um,
Ellie, we love you and miss you.
we
We
do
care
big
about
time.
you.
Big time, Ellie. You lots of love here for sure. Laugh my ass off. That's a long ass name. Can't believe it's not Buttercup 50. Can't get over that fuzzy man. That was really funny.
Butter.
Dougie,
Butter.
yeah. Uh, Dougie, let's talk quickly about what's going to go on next week because next week is obviously huge.
We're doing
Monday.
next week.
So Monday, we're having a normal DT, right? Um, Tuesday is the big court date, so I'll be on early as I can get on.
Yeah.
And obviously Dougie will be there and whoever else. I'll send out um, the
Yeah, you want to
MLH.
let me know when you're going on and stuff.
Yeah,
Because
I'll
for
text
some
you.
reason, I don't get any notifications for
Yeah,
this
it's really
show.
fucking weird. It's really, really weird, Dougie. I don't know why people aren't, you know. My first time we had a family smokeout was wild. My great aunt has powerful lungs. Paige says, "Yeah, family smokeouts are fun." Paige.
I never had a family smoke out with any of my family members,
Yeah,
but I remember my ex-wife smoking out with her mom and dad and grandpa. That was weird.
mm,
I think the weirdest one though was I was on a date with this girl, and she went to a different high school than me, and we went to a friend of hers house, and we were in there and sitting around the dining table, and I was the only one that had any weed, and I was passing it around, and we got through, and then in walks this guy wearing a cop uniform,
yeah.
and it was the girlfriend of the girl I was dating. It was her dad was a cop,
He
and
was
he
a
comes
cop.
walking in, and
Oh shit.
he says, who has the weed? I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh shit. And they're like, oh, Doug does. And they're pointing at me. I'm like, oh, fuck. What the fuck? This guy, you stone, you're all going to fucking turn me in. And the cop goes, hey, man, I'll trade you a line of Coke for some bong hits. And I'm like, uh, yeah, dude, that just like, I about fell over backwards.
I'd have been like, yeah, you could have some bong hits for free, man.
I even one time smoked weed with my wood shop teacher in school during class time.
Mm. You going on a date is the weird part of that statement, Rib Guy says.
Me going on a date, oh god.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, I used to date a lot. I don't do it so much anymore.
Anybody
In
else from
fact, if I
South
went on a
Florida?
date, they have to come knocking on my door because I don't go out looking anymore.
Dougie, what do you think about living in Scotland?
I don't know. I've never lived there.
I know, but does it seem enticing to you at all? At all?
I, I I like my own country. I'm not one to want to travel abroad, but Scotland, I think it would be cool to visit and go check out Scotland.
Yeah.
I do have some ancestry from Scotland.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I always remember that movie that John Wayne was in, where he was that boxer and he goes to Is it Scotland or Ireland? I can't remember now.
It's Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, they're both kind of similar,
Yeah.
aren't they? Scotland and
Yeah,
Ireland
yeah, yeah.
similar,
They're yeah,
similar in as far as country,
yeah. I
as
mean,
far as the looks of it.
only thing is Ireland, you got to watch out for the IRA, but
Yeah. But no, I don't know about now at my age traveling around, but when I was younger, I think that would have been cool to go see Scotland.
Yeah.
Um, I'd really want to go to England, go to Liverpool, and walk across the crosswalk there on Abbey Road and go
Oh, that'd be
see
so sweet.
um, all the historical Beatle stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm a big Beatle fan, and
Fuzzy says MLH just wants to wear a skirt. You're damn right, Fuzzy.
oh, dude, now I don't know. I don't know if I do that, but
Fuck yeah, I would do that, man. You gotta blend in with the locals,
yeah,
man.
well, if I did that, I wouldn't wear any underwear. I'd just go full Monty
Well,
under
that's how
there,
you have to do it over there,
and just
buddy.
let them puppies breathe, man.
Yeah. Chris says living in Scotland pretty enticing to me. Yeah, same here, man. I'm thinking about retiring there, man. Yeah, go and live there. He'd look cute in a Mexi kilt. You think so, Paige? I should wear one. Mexi kilt. I was a big pothead in high school, Kim says. Now, if I were to smoke it, if I
Oh,
were to smoke it, I would get paranoid. It depends on the
oh,
strain,
God.
Kim.
Kim, in 2019, I got really sick with stomach ulcers, much like what happened with me here just recently. But that episode, that one, I was sick in bed for like 6 months, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. It wasn't until the very end that they figured it out. But during that time, I remember the doctor, they were giving me medicine for nausea and stuff. Nothing was working, and so the doctor finally suggested smoking marijuana. I about fell over backwards. I'm like, say what?
Yeah.
Do what? You know, so many years the doctors were telling me, no, you don't want to do that, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden now he's telling me to do it. I'm just like, so Kim, try to make this story short. So I decided, I'm desperate. When you're feeling nauseous for months on end,
Yeah.
you're about ready to try anything. So I'm like, but Kim, I was so paranoid. I didn't want to go to a weed store here in my little town because I didn't want anybody to see me and go, oh, what's Doug doing? He's buying weed, you know? So so I drove 30 miles to the next town to go buy some weed. And when I walked into the store, into the whatever, the dispensary, dude, I'm like, I'm here to get some weed. And they're like, well, what kind? I'm like,
I don't
what do
fuck
you mean, what kind?
weed, man.
Does that mean, and she hands me this 3-ring notepad, and I'm opening it up, and there's like pages of all these different strands of weed and stuff. And I'm like, holy shit. Never in my life, back in the day, man, you're lucky if you had two choices. It was only whatever they had, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Acapulco Gold, man.
I'm just like, what the fuck, man? So I get I get the cheapest, but the one that had the highest THC. I figured because that's the only thing I knew was THC. I didn't know anything. It's been years since I smoked the stuff,
Yeah.
and so I got home with it, and and I'm remembering how it was back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to take a couple hits here, dude. I was so stoned, man. Oh my god, weed is way more potent than it used to be,
Yeah.
and yeah, it totally freaked the hell out of me.
Yeah. It
And
depends
it
on the
didn't
strain.
help though. It didn't help my stomach though. Nothing helped. But
Yeah.
um, yeah.
It felt pretty good though.
I remember when I was younger, I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah. It's because you didn't have anybody with you to enjoy it then.
It didn't like take the nausea and stuff away, but it did cause me to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And so when I was sleeping, I wasn't feeling sick.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, it did help that way,
Yeah.
but not, because I remember like in the 70s and stuff, like when you'd get the flu and you'd get sick to your stomach and you'd smoke a couple hits, and it would take the nausea away. And I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah, but it didn't help with this, and I
Yeah.
was kind of
You
bummed
you
out.
you had a major condition. That's why it didn't help. But anytime I get nauseous, Dougie, fucking weed, fuck, man. So it just takes care of it. Feels so much better. If I could smoke weed
Yeah, check this out,
24/7.
man. Scooter Mom, man, schooling me on freaking weed.
Yeah,
What the
like
hell,
Chris says,
man? Scooter
just
Mom.
just FYI,
That's
Dougie,
like my mom coming and telling me about schooling me on weed. That's just weird.
Chris says, just FYI, Dougie, the Abbey Road crosswalk is in London.
Oh, is it in London? Okay, well, I got to go see all that stuff. I
Yeah.
just,
Cat Smoker
I mean,
says,
I know I never will, but
you
um,
never know, Dougie.
I,
Maybe.
I I got to see Paul McCartney in concert. I was really bummed. My brother got to go see Ringo Starr and the All Star Band, and I would have loved to go see Ringo Starr. I would have seen half of the Beatles.
Mm,
The other half I can never see because they're
yeah.
no longer here. But
Yeah.
I want to see Ringo. Then I can
Yeah.
say at least I've
Cat,
seen.
Cat Smoker says, I went to a party in high school. Everyone had 2 joints in their hands. I don't know why I saw flying horses on the way home. Flying horses are real, Godat says. What's up, Godat? Nice to have you here. Seems pot has gotten more potent. Kim, you don't have to be afraid. I mean, you just have to find the right strain. I mean, if you were here, I'd help you with that because I used to be a bud tender, so you know, I know all about different strains and potency and what.
Yeah, the last person that MLH helped. Did you ever watch that movie Friday, where
Yes.
Smokey is like running down the street in his underwear while those guys are in the car and they're laughing at him and shit because Smokey got a hold of some bad weed? Yeah, see, MLH is the dudes in the car.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, try this." Look at him, he's freaking out. That's
Yeah. Dougie, I recommend a 50/50 THC CBD blend. Oh, CBD is wonderful, Scooter. I fucking love
listen to
CBD.
this, man. Scooter mom
Fuck yeah.
schooling me on weed. Mom schooling me on weed.
CBD is fucking wicked. I love CBD. If you can find like CBD like gummies, just pure CBD gummies and couple that with a doobie, holy fuck, man. You never feel better. I mean, it's good stuff, man. Time moves more slowly when you're stoned.
Well, what was that stuff? Remember in the day they called it honey oil?
Yeah,
What is
uh,
that?
it's Rick Simpson oil, and I can make it. I have
What
some.
is that? What is that?
It's basically you okay, so with the extra trim, I mean, I'm gonna do something different this year, with my plants, but I would take all the trim, right? And put it in alcohol. Like you can't freeze alcohol, but you put the alcohol in the freezer so it gets really, really cold and
Yeah,
it knocks off all the crystals off of the stuff that the THC, the stuff that makes you
yeah,
stop.
yeah,
And then you boil that alcohol, but you got to be real careful how you boil it, right? Because alcohol catches fire like so easily.
yeah,
So you boil that down into like this black kind of oil, and you can smoke it. You can put it. What I like to do with that is put it in like more alcohol. Like take a couple scoops of that, put in alcohol, and it makes a really nice like alcohol rub, and you feel pretty good after that. Like it
yeah.
doesn't get you high. It just
Well, the stuff I remember, it was honey colored.
um that
Ma- ma-
probably was some type of rosin or resin type shit.
And then they called it honey oil. We called it honey oil.
Yeah, same type of
And
concept.
you put a little drop of that
Yeah.
on your weed. Oh shit! If you had like just run of the mill weed and you put that on top of it, oh my god!
Yeah, Kim, I agree. Your metabolism does change, but trust me when I tell you, there's a strain for you, Kim. You know, even if it's not smoking, you can take an edible or there's other ways. There's patches. There's
And I'm heading over to Scooter Mom's house.
right. I just do edibles now. Gave up smoking back in 2013, cat. Well, that's smart, cats, because of the carcinogens and stuff like that.
God,
It's
the one time I had edibles, man. Oh,
Look at this, Dougie. Chris on the drum says the drummer for Ringo's band, Greg Bissonette, one of his college drum teachers, also taught me in college. So there you go.
wow, that's cool.
It's nice for muscle cramps, Paige says. Yes, I do a gummy every night, Scooter.
Friend of mine, her and her husband, they made these pot brownies, and they made them. They figured that each slice, and the slices were like 2.5 by 2.5 or 3 inches by 3 inches, and the brownies were like maybe an inch thick. They figured that each slice had a 1/4 ounce of weed in it.
Holy fuck, man.
And the brownies didn't even look chocolatey. They kind of look kind of a greenish color to it, right?
Yeah.
And they gave me one of those slices. And so I broke off a little teeny piece about the size of my thumbnail, and I ate it in the morning before I went to work, because I was going to be stringing barbed wire out in this field. And it's like, man, this is going to be the suckiest, worst job. And I was hating, and I was figuring, well, man, at least I'll have fun doing it. Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so high. I don't know how I made it through the day.
Yeah,
I'm serious, man. I've never been, I was freaking out. And when I got home, now this is the weird part. I got home, and I'm thinking, well, and stupid me about young me, I'm thinking, wow, man, I'm going to get home and I'm going to have a little bit more of that, like I didn't have enough. Right. And so I get home, I go up in my bedroom, I'm young. I'm still living at home with my parents. I go up my bedroom, and there's the cellophane on the floor, and it's got teeth like puncture holes, but the brownie's gone. I'm like, what the hell? The cat ate the whole freaking brownie. Now I just ate a piece of like the size of my fingernail, and I got higher than I've ever been. That cat ate the whole freaking brownie. I go downstairs. I'm like, Mom, have you seen? And the cat's name was Smokey. Isn't that ironic? The cat's name is Smokey, right? And I'm like, Mom, have you seen Smokey? And she's like, yeah, he's outside. I don't think he's feeling very well. He's acting weird. I'm like, oh, great. I'm thinking, great. I've killed the family cat. I'm just thinking, this is just great. And I go out, and I'm looking around the yard at all his hangout spots. In the backyard, I don't see him. I go out in the front yard. There he is, laying down the front grass, and he's just laying there. And I walk up to him, and I'm talking to him. He looks up at me, and his eyes are so glazed over. He's just like, wow, man. He's just like freaking out, flipping out. And after I petted him and seen he was okay, I'm like, all right, well, I guess you're going to have fun. And yeah. That's my
I love weed, man. It's
I know you do.
It's my favorite, but edibles are not to be trifled with, man. You have to know your dosage, because if you get the dosage wrong, it's a bad experience. It's a real bad experience. The first time I ever ate an edible was a 200 milligram fucking brownie that I got from a
It's a different
dispensary.
high.
And the guy was like, "Oh, it's completely different." The guy was like, "Okay, so you're gonna want to take this with like some chocolate milk or something, because it absorbs better in the lining of your stomach and all this, right?" So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I just assume you ate the whole fucking thing, right? 200 milligrams, man. I was fucking high for 2 days, man. I fucking slept for 2 days,
I'm afraid to eat edibles because of the whole brownie thing. So I just
Yeah. Kim, I would definitely look. Edibles is a different animal, Kim, and I can understand that. But honestly, like as a bud tender, I was on the medical side of bud tenders, of being a bud tender. So I always took care of people. I always listened to each situation, and based
Well,
on,
I have a question for you when you're
yeah,
done here.
yeah. I was just saying, I tailored to everybody that came in. A good day page, 1,000 milligrams. How are you still alive? Jesus, man, holy fuck.
So,
Yeah.
so how do they figure? How do they figure each plant of how much THC it has in it and CBD? How do they figure all that stuff out?
So
Because
there's measurements. There's like scientific measurements, Dougie. So every dispensary, like they either bring most of them wholesale weed, right, from people that grow it, right? I could sell my weed to a dispensary if I wanted to,
yeah,
you know. But they send a sample to a facility that determines how much TST, the potency
right,
of THC in that weed, and it could be anywhere from 5% to 30. I think the biggest, the most I've ever seen on a strain was like somewhere around hovering around 32, 33%, right? And if you get one with 33%, I mean, that's a holy shit weed, right?
yeah.
And then you get into concentrates, which are insane. It could be 90% or more, you know. So
So,
it's
like when you're
just
buying weed, what are you looking at? Are you looking at THC levels or what?
I never do, Dougie, because first of all, you never know where they got their information from, which facility did. Like, I have a feeling, like being in that industry for as long as I was, I have a feeling like certain facilities favor certain dispensaries over another. So they'll put a label on their weed that's like 5%
So
higher.
there's no like
No, 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 no,
set
no.
federal or
No,
whatever.
it's not regulated. It's
Yeah.
illegal federally still. So
So yeah, I knew that, but I mean, so they could say whatever they want
yeah,
on
they
it.
can say whatever they want. So that's why, like for me, like I never buy dispensary weed. I can't stand it. Because I know the practices. Like I had a friend that worked at another dispensary that they would send out moldy fucking weed and they didn't give a fuck. Later, Cat Smoka, appreciate you being here.
Buy
You
cat smoker.
know,
Really?
I honestly, Dougie, like I don't trust dispensaries at
Yeah.
all. I
Yeah.
mean, I just don't. I mean, I know what to look for in weed. I have a keen eye for it.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck if I mean, if something's like 5%, I'm not gonna smoke it. It wouldn't be worth it for me.
Five
Because
percent what? THC?
THC, because it unless it had high CBD content. Now I'm interested because CBD is like a pain reliever. It's like CBD is like to me 10 times more effective than ibuprofen. And I find ibuprofen fairly effective, you know. But if
Yeah.
I find a strain with CBD, I mean, it's really hard to find for one.
Yeah.
But
I I couldn't like I was taking uh hydrocodone
mhm,
for pain for my back for years.
yeah,
And and then, the whole crackdown with, oh, it's bad, it's addictive. Well, yeah, because people were abusing it and stuff and ruined it for people like me who actually were using it and using it medically according to what the doctor said, even less, because I even did less than what they told me to do because I don't particularly like the feeling of it, but
I
it
can't
would
stand it.
it would help my back.
Mm.
Are days that I was in really bad pain, that's when I would take them. I wouldn't take them if I just aren't, because I'm always in pain. My back always hurts,
Oh yeah, same here, Dougie.
but when they started cracking down on it and I couldn't get it anymore, um, because at the time my daughter was going to school, uh, taking nursing classes. She wanted to be a nurse, and she got pretty far into it. And anyway, so she was telling me that two ibuprofen and two Tylenol and take them together is very similar to hydrocodone.
Yeah.
And,
I don't
and
Yeah.
And I asked her, I says, what, you can take those together? And she said, yeah. And I'm like, no way. And she's like, yeah, you can. And then when I was at my doctor's office, I brought it up to him, and he's like, well, yeah, you don't want to do it all the time, but yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer in Tylenol. I am in ibuprofen, but
Yeah.
I would much prefer CBD. If I
Yeah.
could get CBD pills, it would I would never eat another ibuprofen
Uh,
or Tylenol ever.
I give CBD to my dog, to Ringo.
Oh yeah,
And I
CBD is
notice, like, in the winter time, because it's the winter that I give it to him. Summer, he's fine. His arthritis starts showing up in the winter, like mine. I start hurting. I'm already starting to hurt. I know winter's right around the corner.
yeah.
So when he starts to show signs of being in pain, I start giving him
Oh,
his.
dude,
Yeah.
CBD it works wonders.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody, maybe it was you, Dougie. If you have a cut, right, and you were to
Yeah.
take half of that cut and put like Neosporin, which is pretty effective, right? I mean, I like Neosporin. It makes you
Yeah.
it closes that cut up way shorter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you were to put CBD like oil on the other part, the CBD oil will cut that time in half of what the Neosporin will. I've seen it in real life. Like it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. CBD is good shit, man.
Buttercup, I rarely take ibuprofen. I don't take a lot of.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I prefer.
Usually, if I get a headache, I take Tylenol, and my back. I've just learned to, and it's all the years that I played sports, and then working too. I just learned how to block out pain
Yeah,
mentally. I
yeah.
can mentally, most times I can mentally block it out.
It's getting
Um,
harder and harder for me.
but sometimes, yeah, sometimes I can't. And I found too that if I know that I have the painkillers on me, then it's easier for me to mentally block it, because in my mind I'm like, well, what if I can't block it? Then what? Then it's hard for me to concentrate on blocking it. But if I know, well, if I can, I have these.
Yeah,
So I'm not worried about it. So I can just concentrate on just blocking the pain.
yeah.
And most times I can. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Scooter says, I refuse to buy chocolate for 20. I wouldn't stop eating it and I wouldn't be heard from for days. My daughters would probably call 911. 100% Scooter.
yeah,
Chris says, I made the mistake of eating a gummy without looking at the amount of THC, 350 milligrams. Holy fuck, Chris.
I
I
I
was,
I I gotta go party out. I gotta go hang out with Scooter Mom.
I know, man. I was high for 2 days and literally couldn't get off the couch. After about 3 hours, I wanted off of that ride. Yeah, Chris, it's not fun. Too much edibles is not fun at all.
I never liked highs that you felt like you weren't in control,
Yeah,
and they just lasted all day. It's like, okay, I'm ready for this to end. I'm ready for
yeah,
this to end, and
yep,
it's just
yep.
going and
I
going and
hate it. I
going.
hate it. Paige says Last Supper flower, 31.92. I have a serious tolerance. I do too, Paige. Like, but see, I won't smoke anything but my own weed now. I grow my own.
Do you know what yours is?
If I had to guess, mine's in the 30. Depends on the strain. Anywhere between 20 to 30 to 30.
Oh my
Ringo.
god!
Ringo's funny. 20 to 30%, Dougie. But if you ask anybody in a dispensary, they'll tell you that outdoor weed sucks. And that's because they don't want you growing your own, because they want you to go to
That's all we ever had was outdoor weed.
yeah. But just go and ask. They'll tell you
No,
outdoor weed is
no,
inferior, and I
no.
I laugh at that because my weed's the best weed on the planet. I'll put my weed up against anything. I mean, I have a rep. Like the people I give my weed to, my circle of friends are like, man, this is the best.
But it's really funny. It's here in Oregon. There's a weed. There's a weed growing plant of farm, whatever you call them.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm showing my ignorance now. Um, yeah, guess who the owner is?
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi, really? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll hear in commercials they'll be selling, like some of the weed stores be selling the Jim Belushi weed. I can't
Yeah.
remember what they call it, but it's the Jim Belushi weed. I
Yeah.
said, damn, man, it's
Paige says the new grift: cut pain patients off of opiates insurance covers, then tell them to take cannabis insurance won't cover. Yeah, I agree, Paige, but I think insurance should cover it. It's
yeah,
a very effective medicine. I mean, look, I was in the medical portion of the dispensary. And I always took good care of my patients. And I tailored everything to their needs. I would listen, which is a skill that not a lot of people have anymore. Listening. They hear words, but they don't listen. So, let me get caught up on the chat here, Dougie, and then we'll do our final words
okay, okay.
here. I prefer the high of smoking over edibles. I agreed, Chris. Although I do like edibles. My dosage for me to feel really good is about 40 milligrams. So, like 4 gummies and I'm good. Then that's a good feeling for me. But Scooter says I'm a control freak. I don't like being high. I only use it to sleep. I like being high, Scooter. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, Paige says 100%, Chris. Edibles make me feel stupid. I like edibles. You just got to find the right dosage. Um, Let us take a puff for world peace. I agree, LD1. Welcome on in, by the way. What's your cappuccino tolerance, bad boy? I think my cappuccino tolerance is like 1 or 2 cups beach, and then I'm good. You're in Oregon, dude. You have access to the best strains. Actually, the best strains are in my backyard. Well, they're no longer in my backyard, Page, but you know. Um, Now I'm caught up. Dougie, any final words before we get off the air here?
Uh, yeah, you know, I remember the doctors, the health teachers, all them telling me that, you better watch out. You'll have flashbacks. You'll have those flashback highs.
Mhm.
Well, shit, man. I feel like I've been robbed because I never got my flashback high. That's like the free high,
That's like LSD shit, man. Come on.
man. I didn't. Yeah, but they said that you'd get that from weed. I never got it.
Yeah, well,
Where's my flashback high?
yeah, well, you know.
It'll probably happen at the most inconvenient time.
Yeah, you'll probably be like in the middle of like I don't know, fishing or something, or on your trip, your overland trip, and and
Yeah, I'll
and
be
you'll
so stoned I can't even drive. Like, wow, man, these guys that got pullers just camp here, man.
right. Oh man.
Yeah, I
Well,
just I just always felt robbed. It's like, geez, you kept telling me this would happen. I said, yeah, okay, whatever. It's like, what do I care? I'm getting high right now. What do I care if I get a free one down the road? Like, whoa, wow, I might get high. Whoa, I better not do that.
right. Hey, Jackie. She says I'm high as hell just listening to these conversations.
Yeah. I remember in health class, I was in the ninth grade and we were talking about drugs. It was the drug talk in high school, right? And they had this detective come in, and he looked like one of those stereotypical Cheech and Chong Officer Stastanko type dudes, just
Mhm.
like total redneck, buzz cut, just like, oh shit, right? The cops of the day, right? And he had this board, or no, he was like passing around like these little like plastic like containers with like drugs in them, and he'd pass them around, and he was passing around the weed, right?
Mhm.
And then at the end of the day he goes, yeah, I didn't get the container that had the weed. And so he was gonna search all of us before we left, which was bullshit because nobody had the
That's
weed.
illegal. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You should have seen how many people were stashing their weed in the fucking cupboards, including me. I stuck my baggie of weed in the fucking cupboards, and he checked us. Because we had I had most of us had well, all of us did, because fourth and fifth period was lunch, and we had fourth period, so that meant all of us had fifth period lunch. And so during lunchtime, dude, I went back in the class and got my baggie of weed.
Of
I'm
course.
just gonna freaking leave my baggie of weed in there. But
Of course.
dude, the cop was like, he was like setting us up to bust us.
Yeah, fucker. What an asshole. SJ says drugs is bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's the kind of it's like
You searched the room when you all left, Scooter says.
and I remember when I was working at this sporting goods store. They don't know, they're no longer in business, but they were a big store in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
And we had for shoplifting security, store security, because we had a lot of shoplifters back in those days, and they hired police officers part-time, and most of them were like Beaverton police officers, city police officers, but there were a few detectives that were hired. And this one guy that was a detective, the guy was an asshole. All the other cops, they treated all of us like we were all cool. We played on the same softball team and everything. It was all cool. But this guy was a dick. And I remember one day at work, he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Doug, how's it going? Hey, you have any weed to sell? Can you sell me a joint?"
Yeah.
I'm like looking at him, I'm like, dude, even if I had some, I wouldn't sell it to you. You're a freaking cop. Come on. Yeah. I go, you're setting me up. But he did that to the dude that worked in the automotive section.
Yeah.
He did that, and the guy said no, but he followed the guy after work, and he followed the guy. The guy went to his dealer, picked up a baggie, drove off. And then the cop went to the dealer's house and said, "Hey, so-and-so, the guy that was just there, he's told me I could come over here and get some."
Oh, fuck.
The guy goes, oh, okay, and sold him some. Bam, busted. And so then that guy that worked at G.I. Joe's, everybody was after him because they thought he had narked them out.
Oh my God.
And it wound up that this cop had done a dirty pull like that. And when G.I. Joe's found out about that, they fired him. Yeah. They didn't want him working there because they thought that was just dirty pull. That's
that sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Let's end here, man. Let's end. Other chats with criminal records for sale and possession will call all of us stone losers now. Yeah, well, fuck them, blank page. I don't give a fuck about what they say anymore, other than it gives me good content, All right, let's end things here. Any final words, Dougie?
No, just looking forward to next week. And
yeah.
And man, Bear Pig, you thought you got rid of us. You had 3 weeks of like, oh yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Yeah, told you we'd be back, dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Scooter, thanks. She says, hell of a comment show, MLH. Yeah. Great. Have a great weekend, Kim. Hey, my final thoughts. Hey, you guys, appreciate you all being here. This wasn't I would appreciate if everybody could make a comment on videos, because I had very few this week. I'm happy that I want to thank Dougie for being on here, kind of saving the comment show this week, because we really didn't have too much, but
you make me sound like I'm this special person.
Well, you are, man. You're special K, man. So
special something. Not.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Dougie, stick around, buddy. We'll have a quick chat.
Okay.
But have a great weekend, everybody. I'm not going to do my normal mental health spit. My throat is hurting and I just need to get off the air. But 988 if you guys are having any issues. Have a great day. Sally Ann says, brilliant show. Thank you. And Fuzzy for the endless wit and chat. Thank you, Sally Ann. Appreciate that. You guys all have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you guys on Monday. Later, everybody.
Yeah. And Fuzzy, I won't do any more short stories.
Damn it, Fuzzy, you're exiled. Always does that shit. Fucking Fuzzy.